Hey everyone, Daniel here from Recipe Cost Calculator, and today we're going to show you all of the different ways that you can customize the ingredient lists in your recipes. Right now we're going to take a quick look at this apple pie recipe that we have here, and I'm going to click over to Spec Sheet and I'm going to show you the default ingredient list that we have. Now, if you haven't customized your ingredient list at all, you're going to see an ingredient list here based on descending order of weight, as you would expect on sort of all ingredient listings that you'd see in a store or something like that. Just as a quick example, I've clicked over to an ingredient here for margarine, and I want to show you that if you come and you're editing the an ingredient, and you come down to the bottom of the screen and you expand this tab for allergens and ingredient list, if you have an ingredient that contains multiple sub-ingredients and you need that to show up properly in your display, then you can come in here and you can type in whatever you need to type in to this ingredient form here, this display name form, in order to make sure that all of the sub-ingredients of a given ingredient show up properly in your ingredient display strings. Coming back to our apple pie recipe, I'm going to show you where you can go to customize how our ingredient lists are displayed, and we're going to go to company settings in the drop down menu, and we're going to scroll down to ingredient list formatting. We have a ton of options for how you can format ingredient lists in your recipes. You can append common allergens into your ingredient listings, which is required in some countries. You can append them in bold text, as that is also required in some countries. You can combine all of the ingredients of all of your sub recipes into a single list so that the sub recipes are not listed separately from each other. Or if your recipe is comprised of multiple recipes, for example, a pie filling and a pie crust, or a cookie and icing, then you can also choose to list sub recipes and those sub recipes ingredients as separate items. You may also choose to be able to add group added sugars. You can change the separator between ingredients as well if you'd like it to be a comma versus a bullet. And then you can also change capitalization of ingredients in case your country has requirements in ingredient labels as to whether those ingredient listings need to be all lowercase, all uppercase, with a first capitalized letter, or you can just leave it as you've entered it. No matter how you choose to go about this, you can come and you can change a few of these options, and you can save your ingredient lists. And when you go back to the recipe that you were looking at before, we can come back into the spec sheet and we can see the changes that have been made in the ingredient list to reflect the settings that were changed. Again, this is really helpful for different countries having different requirements, or if you'd like to print your ingredient list labels in different ways. So hopefully you find that helpful, and if you have questions, as always, please let us know.